I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. But human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
What you're doing is horrific. It has to stop. You can't force people to change. They have to do it on their own, or they'll end up resenting you for it. And doing it like this? My God, Darrow, it's insane.
It is not insane, Mr. Jensen. Tragic, yes. Unavoidable? No. History has shown us again and again that the human race is hidebound and governed by inertia. As a society, as a species, the only way to elicit any kind of reaction from it is through an act of tragedy, a horrible cataclysm. I regret what I have been forced to do, but given what I know about mankind and the dangers facing us, this was the only viable choice.
You've convinced yourself you're right, but whatever moral high ground you're standing on is nothing but a stack of innocent victims. You're trying to justify genocide. All your talk about ethics and ideals doesn't mean a damn compared to that.
Is that the best argument you can produce? Ethics and morality are as fluid and changeable as any human conceit. I'm disappointed to see you are so naive. Look at everything that has happened since this technology developed. Search your heart. You know as well as I do that humanity is on a downward spiral, torn apart from within because people like you can't resist the temptation to play God with your own evolution. Can't you see why we must take the temptation away?
People like me? People like me? You're not interested in saving humanity, Darrow, no matter how loud you shout it. This is about jealousy, pure and simple. Everything you're doing today is in service to your wounded ego. Because you can't stand anyone leaving you behind.
I never said that! Mr. Jensen, please! You and I, we're two sides of the same coin. I could have been you if it weren't for this damned blood in my veins. But I was cheated by my own DNA. Cursed to become a cripple. And I am not the only one. As long as this technology exists, mankind will continue to divide. Help me make us all equal again.
You cover it up with all that pretense about saving the world, trying to justify it. But deep down inside, you're nothing more than an angry child. Spiteful, full of hate, envious and bitter. How petty is that?
Petty? I was betrayed by my own genetics, ruined by my own flesh. What right do you have to condemn me, to curse me? All I ever wanted was to build something good, something magnificent. And now, there's so much blood. So much blood. I will give you what you want, Mr. Jensen. Codes to shut down Panchaea's security system. But you'll still be in danger. Much of the system is self-determining and lethal. When you see it, maybe then you'll understand. The technology I created will not be the future any one of us desires. Please, help the world understand that.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
That was nothing. Quiet! Stand still. Ruined me. The bastards ruined me. I don't want to have to do this for both of us! Huh? Okay. Don't be
I see you,
difficult.
sneaker!
This is the best. Get up. Get away from me. Get away! Closer! Come! Closer! Kill you all! Please kill you all!
I have to do what they tell me.
I don't want to have to do... Don't!
This is Willie.
No, you get out of here. Go! Get up! Get away! Get out of here. Go! I can't hear anything with all the noise. That noise. Ruined me. The noise. Ruined me. Noise. I hate you, monster. Just leave me alone. Alone, all of Let me go! Get away! We're gonna kill you all! No! You won't get me! Get away from me! Just let me in! I gotta go! Don't run! Hail him. Get away! Closer! Come! Closer! Stay down! Don't be difficult! You... They ruined...
Is anybody there? Can you hear me? I've got survivors here. We've locked ourselves in a machine room. Please! Help us!
do this. I have no choice.
Don't.
Don't run! It will be easier if you come out.
Let me go! Get away! Go, you get away! Get out of here! Go, go, go!
Get out of here. I'm seeing things. Ow!
Get away! Go!
You ain't real. We can't control them anymore. Run!
No! You won't get me! Frozr, you won't get me! I didn't want this!
You did this!
Do it quick! I promise!
You're gonna pay!
Stand still.